Do you often feel overwhelmed by your surroundings? Do bright lights or loud sounds cause discomfort more than they should? You might be a highly sensitive person. This isn't a disorder, but a personality trait that roughly 1 in 5 people possess. Highly sensitive persons, or HSPs, have heightened emotional responses and sensory processing. It's like having an amplified awareness of the world around you. It's not a flaw. It's just a different way of experiencing life. Here are 8 signs that you might be a highly sensitive person. Sign 1, you're easily overwhelmed by sensory input. Bright lights, loud noises, and strong smells can be too much for an HSP to handle. Imagine being in a crowded marketplace where every stall, every hawker, every passerby is a source of sensory overload. That's what it's like for an HSP. Now, on to sign 2. You're a deep thinker. As an HSP, you don't just skim the surface of things. You dive deep into thoughts and ideas, exploring every nook and cranny. Pondering over life's mysteries or getting lost in a book isn't just a hobby, it's a way of life. You're the kind of person who can spend hours contemplating the meaning of a single poem. Sign 3, you're highly emotional. This doesn't mean you're overly dramatic or prone to mood swings. Rather, you feel things deeply. You experience joy, sadness, anger, and love on a level that others might not comprehend. A beautiful sunset can move you to tears, while a friend's betrayal can feel like a stab in the heart. Lastly, sign 4, you need alone time. This isn't about being antisocial or shy. It's about needing time to recharge, to process your feelings and thoughts. It's the silence that allows you to breathe, to regain your balance in a world that's often too loud, too bright, too much. These are just the first 4 signs, but they're strong indicators that you might be a highly sensitive person. But there's more. Sign 5. You're highly empathetic and intuitive. You can sense other people's emotions and often know what they're thinking before they say anything. Moving on to the 6th sign. Do you find violence, cruelty, or intense sensory experiences deeply unsettling? This could be anything from action-packed movies, loud noises, or even witnessing an argument. You see, highly sensitive persons often have a strong aversion to violence and intense situations due to their heightened sensitivity. Next up, sign number 7. Have you ever been told that you're detail-oriented? Maybe you notice the subtle changes in a person's tone of voice, or you're the first to spot that misplaced comma in a document. Highly sensitive persons often have an eye for detail, picking up nuances that others may overlook. Finally, we have sign 8. Do you often experience physical symptoms like stress or illness due to negative environments or situations? This could be as simple as feeling drained after a social gathering, or as complex as developing a stress-related illness. For highly sensitive persons, their sensitivity can manifest physically, making them more susceptible to their surroundings. These signs round out the top 8 indicators that you could be a highly sensitive person. So, we've talked about the 8 signs that you could be a highly sensitive person. From being overwhelmed by intense environments to having a rich inner life, these characteristics hint at a heightened sensory processing sensitivity. It's important to remember, this isn't a disorder, it's a trait, and one that can be a strength when understood and harnessed correctly. You're not alone, and you're not abnormal. Remember, being a highly sensitive person is not something to be ashamed of, but rather something to understand, embrace, and use to your advantage.